and welcome to the Connections post show. So excited for all of you to be here with us and to be back with you guys this week. I was gone this week, so didn't see anybody here. How are you guys doing?
Doing good.
Mm-hmm.
Good. What was your highlight from this last week? And since we didn't really have a chance to talk about it, and from Big Serve.
I got to tie blankets for the first time.
Nice.
It sounds weird, but usually Angie's there all day and I'm at different sites doing other things. And my work schedule would not allow me to really get away.
Yeah.
And she was like, you can come tie blankets. I was like, you know what? I can. And let me tell you, my hands still hurt. I was like, I am not built for tying blankets.
Manual labor.
Oh, I'm good with other stuff, but I was just like I'm like, one,
like the most
two,
literal manual
three,
labor that you get.
4. Yeah. I'm like, oh man, I am not built for this. You ladies are tough. Oh man.
Kathy, were you able to serve somewhere during Big Serve?
Yes, my husband and I helped run food to the different sites
cool.
the construction sites. So that was fun to meet different people and see what's going on. And then I also served at Taste of Heaven and made Rice Krispie pucks. And it was
Pucks.
They call them pucks. And then they have a group on Tuesdays that come in they call themselves the Crispy Chicks, and they decorate
That's
them
funny.
all
Whoa.
in beautiful little cute things and sell them. So
Nice.
it was really fun.
Awesome.
And you get a 35% discount when you serve. So hey,
Oh.
look at that.
I got some pickle popcorn.
There you go.
Pickled
Pickled
popcorn.
popcorn.
It just came out.
Sorry.
It's
I don't
actually
like
pretty
pickles.
good.
Is it just seasoned like
Yeah.
pickles?
Like with
Okay.
dill seasoning or something?
It was
Okay.
delicious.
Okay.
I mean,
I've-
deliciously weird, but delicious.
I'm glad for
I like
those.
pickled
I'm glad for those that like
chips.
pickles. I don't like them. And then in like 2 weeks we
I
have
would like it, Kathy.
we have this like family gathering we have to go to, and the whole theme is like pickle theme. They're gonna have pickle pizza. I'm like, guess I'll eat afterwards.
Yeah. I guess I'll eat somewhere else.
Thanks for thinking of me.
Yeah. Elizabeth, were you able to serve some? I know you visited all of them and took pictures and
Yes,
everything.
that was my
That was your serving.
job.
Right. Yeah.
And so it's super cool being able to just go and see all the different things. Like I literally see everything that's going on. And the different people serving, so I get to talk to all of them. Same thing with like Kathy delivering the meals. So it's really cool to be able to also showcase that and like document it and
Yeah.
show like what our church family did. And there were a lot of different sites. I was driving all over the place, went out to who knows where on Saturday.
Leon Dallas. I can't even say it, but yeah, that's where.
Yep, but
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah. I got to be with Kristen and Josh, and we were serving the 4th grade field trip where they went out and they were just kind of seeing all the businesses and came by, and we gave them snacks and connected with a kid over Fritos. He was just so excited about Fritos. I was like, yes.
Regular Fritos or chili cheese Fritos?
Regular
Oh
Fritos.
wow.
Just Fritos. And he was excited. As he was walking away, he goes, Fritos. Yeah, there we go.
Some kids love Fritos, man.
I guess so. So yeah, that's awesome. If you serve somewhere in your own community, drop a comment and let us know where and who you served
Yes.
and what you got from that. Because I know that we all get something from serving. And I think, Perry talking about the way that we serve and the way that we love others, and, serving looks different for everybody. And one way that we serve our greater community is by giving to other, not charities, we give to ministries. And that was really cool just to hear him talk about that. But what was something, maybe aside from that stood out to you from his sermon today?
I mean, I've heard it before, but we often sometimes think like following Jesus gets me into heaven. But you
Right.
don't think about following Jesus is also a call to serve all the time, because you're like, oh, good. That's the main reason, is because I want to be with him forever and then help other people get there. But the way you do that is through serving, because Jesus served. Jesus put everybody else first.
Right.
And it's just nice to be reminded that when you accept Christ into your life, you're accepting a life of servitude. And that comes in, like you said, many different ways. Everybody serves differently. There's people that have gifts that can sing every single Sunday. That's serving, because they're helping lead worship and bringing people. And sometimes that's what one person might need. So you never really know what that different style of serving can impact
Right.
different people.
Yeah, and I agree with all that. And then I like that at the end when he explained about, how to pray for people. Because I think I took a screenshot, but like to pray for people to understand his word and to have purpose, and to pray that, that their lives and God's plan will unfold and things like that. I mean, it's so important for us to pray for people and for organizations that you're working with, because I mean, prayer matters. I mean, it is the faithful prayer of others that often opens doors, brings healing, and brings deliverance to people, or, brings someone into life to share Jesus. So it's so powerful. And I'll just pray. It's never just pray. It's pray because it's powerful. So
Absolutely.
I love that reminder at the end, because with service, prayer is a service as well.
Yep.
And it's really the easiest and best thing you can do. You don't have to have any skill except for to talk to God.
And I mean, his reminder, prayer changes things.
It does.
Like it makes a difference in that, God wants to hear from us. He knows what we want. He knows what we need, but he still wants to hear us ask for it.
Yeah.
And, we can do that, like with Moses affecting God's decision to not smite all of Israel after pulling them out of Egypt. And I mean, God hears our prayers. He listens. And I mean, sometimes the answer is no, or not yet, or not right now, whatever it might be. But God does listen, and he cares and wants to hear from us. That's a great reminder. What about you?
I feel like mine is very similar to Kathy's.
Way to just piggyback off of an answer.
But I feel like, especially in like the coming weeks, I know this week we highlighted His House, which is it's local at Western, but in the coming weeks we'll talk about like our mission partners in Uganda and the Dominican Republic. And I feel like there's a lot of times where I feel like other people probably relate to this, feel like I can't really do much for them because they're just so far away. And I feel like it should be so like common sense to be like, just pray for them. But it's just like this reminder of like, even if you can't go there on a mission trip or can't financially give at this moment, whatever it may be, like you can do so much through prayer of just praying for them, praying for their mission, following up with them. Because I know like Fight Ministries has social media presence where they will post updates or things they need and things like that. So it's just a good reminder that even if you don't think you can do something, like you always have that.
Yeah.
And that's just talking to God, and you can do that literally whenever.
Right.
So it's a good reminder that it's like it can feel like there's not much you can do, but that is so much in and of itself.
Right. Yeah. And like, I think one thing that stood out to me was just the power of being available. I mean, he talked about his grandpa, and he talked about the kid that his life was changed by His House Ministries being available for a conversation. I mean, people who were there and in the right place and in the right time when somebody needed them. I mean, they might have been so discouraged, like, man, like we're not changing anybody's life. And then they meet his grandpa and they're like, oh, we gave this kid some food and he was hungry, and not knowing necessarily what's going on in his life. But just their willingness and ability to be there when somebody was at their greatest need. And I think that's always the thing that gets me the most is people are looking for somebody to be there with them in their moments, in their highs and in their lows, especially in their lows. But then somebody like, I cannot remember his name, but the student who was just like, I'm an atheist, but man, I can't explain all of this. I can't see how it makes sense that this just happened. Like there had to be something here. And then having the pastor who was there to sit with him, talk with him, one-on-one study, and go through and like really dig into who God is and what God has done and how it makes a difference for our lives. Like we look at the Bible as, kind of like a set of rules that we have to follow. But I mean, he saw it more as like, man, this is a guide for life. This is the thing that's going to make the difference in my life. And so I really appreciate him talking about a lot of that. But when we get into the part where he starts talking about our partners and the way that we can serve, he talked a lot about His House Ministries. And did you ever have the opportunity to be impacted or serve with some place like that?
There was a 5-year span where I helped out at His House every single
awesome.
Big Serve. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What did you do there?
Got poison ivy. No, one year I got it really bad, but we would basically, because they are so into helping students and being there for them that unfortunately sometimes some of the back like weeding and like just area that isn't initially where you kind of cut grass, but stuff like that can just get overgrown. And we would go in and just spend hours hacking that stuff down and making it look just nice for them, because it's like, you guys are spending time with kids like you're supposed to, not like, hold on, I will talk to you after I go weed whip. Like, no, that's not needed at all. So, I've actually helped. I think I've been through 2 or 3 different His House kind of quote unquote leaders that were there, because they've gone, because they had multiple different colleges they're a part of. But it was nice because it was super close to my house, and I was like, sweet. And I could have youth group kids show up, because I'm like, here's some shears, hack away, man.
Yeah.
Although one year I did send 2 of them into this area, and halfway through, I was like, oh, no, that's a lot of poison ivy. Thankfully, nobody came down with anything.
That's good.
Except me. So I'm like, worth it.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it would have been you that it would have, like, everything would have happened to. Like, oh, cool.
Yeah. It was bad. I had to go, like, had to go get, like, medicine for it, because it went beyond calamine lotion. But that's okay. It was totally worth it. But yeah, so it's cool to help out with places like that. And then you see it later, because one of my sons went to Western for a little bit, and they were like, Gorham, why do I know that name? And he's like, Big Serve. And I was like, I didn't even talk to the students. So pretty interesting that could have sort of an impact. So
yeah, that's awesome. Kathy, how about you?
Well, I've worked with a lot of different organizations.
Yeah.
I work with Youth for Christ right now, and my role will be like, I'm mentoring mentors for kids. So that's really exciting to me. And I mean, I've had my own Big Serve last 2 weeks. My friend Kim Qualls, who many of you know, she called me. It's like, hey, you want to help me with this young couple? And she met them in Myers or Walmart, and they were asking for money for help to get a hotel room, and they had a little baby. So she did, and then she, took them to a few appointments. Then she's like, hey, I need help. You want to hang with me? I'm like, sure. So for the last 2 weeks, we've been helping this homeless couple who are 19 and 21. And have 8 months, and they're pregnant again. And they hadn't even seen a doctor for the baby or herself. And so we got them hooked up with services and getting, asking people for help. Hey, who wants to chip in to pay for another night at a hotel for them and to keep them off the streets? And we got them connected with a doctor and got them seen, and we're hoping that Wednesday we found a place for them to and it's so cool to see God. And this is the thing that they're being blown away about how God they've gone in and asked for things. Nope. We'll pray and go in, and they're like, oh, well, let's see what we can do for you, or call this number. And it's just like, God has opened up so many doors, and we've been constantly speaking the word to them, praying with them. And it's just so neat to see them. Like they told Kim the other day, you've done more for us than our own mothers have ever done for us. And it's just real sweet, because they came from a lot of poverty and a lot of, other issues. And so they just don't know how to do things. And they've been homeless for 4 years, basically.
Oh, wow.
And so they've just.
And they're 18 right now. So since they were,
19 and 21. Yeah. And so, and with babies. And so it's been really a blessing. So we call it our mini Big Serve on the side.
Yeah.
But I mean,
you should be calling that a major Big Serve.
Well, it is, and that's what the prayer thing is so important. Like, because we just keep praying with them to help them see how it's. And when things are frustrating, it's like, thank you, God, for even giving us this opportunity. Oh yeah, we had to wait 12 hours the other day. Oh, but thank you that something came out of it. We got served. We got helped instead of complaining. And it's just like the changing. Just it reminded me, Perry's grandfather's story was. I mean, I was in tears because it's so real, and it continues today. There's so many people that come from just terrible backgrounds, and it just takes someone to take time to mentor. Like they have such potential. I mean, they've got all sorts of messes going on in their life. In that song today, I was like, yes, Lord, help us with our messes. We need to rely on you, and it's just neat to see. Like they just need someone to come along and mentor them. And I really do think they have the potential to really change their lives, and then what a witness and story they will have, right?
Yep.
And they believe in Jesus. He's like, oh, I need to go get baptized, and like, I mean, they really, somewhere in their life, someone.
Do we have a service for you?
Yeah, exactly.
Funny you say that.
Yeah, and it's like someone has spoken the word to them over time, and and he has been in gangs and all this stuff, and yet he can quote your scripture every now and then. So. It's just, I feel like it's such a God appointment. I don't know how to say that, but it's been amazing and Perry said something like, we help others, but you know what? They help us. it has revealed some of my judgments and like how I get frustrated. And I'm like, okay, Lord, bring it down. Like, you know, like, thank you for showing me that I'm being ridiculous or I'm being selfish today, you know, because I don't want to deal with it. But it's like, how many people helped me when they didn't feel like it? You know what I mean? So it's really, we learn from others too, just like, you know, we help them, they help us too.
Yep.
So it's pretty
That's
cool.
awesome. Yeah, I think it's super important, again, just to be available.
Available.
And I mean, that's something that everybody can do at any time. Being available for somebody, you know, if you see somebody crying, just checking in on them, asking if they're okay, taking time to pray with somebody, taking time to take somebody to an appointment. I mean, just all the opportunities that we do have around us often, all the time. And I mean, obviously there's some sort of discernment that you need to have, but I mean, you can check in on somebody and just make sure that things are okay and help them in the way that you're most able to. So it's amazing that y'all have been available for them, because I know that they're going to appreciate that. And, you know, we may see the fruit of it, we may not. But that's not for us to decide. It's just for us to be there and to plant the seed, and somebody else is going to water it and somebody else is going to see it grow. So that's amazing. Elizabeth, how about you?
I feel like as I was listening to this, I thought of it in a little bit of a different way. I haven't had a ton of opportunities to like serve in different areas like this, but it's been really cool. My boyfriend Zach is up at Michigan State, and he is in a very similar thing to this, and just being able to hear all of the different opportunities that he gets. Like he took his spring break last year to go down to Florida, and the entire time they were at the beach just talking to people about Jesus.
Cool.
And being able to see it firsthand of like the opportunities, but then also like I've gone to a couple of like they're kind of like little mini church services about like what they talk about, and like knowing that he has these opportunities like 2 or 3 times a week to just meet with people. He goes to like little small groups, and it's just cool to see that there is an opportunity for that for college students, because it's also like you leave high school and you're just kind of dumped into the world a little bit, and you don't know what to do. And if you didn't grow up with that, or if you were a little like iffy on it, it's like just great to know that there's that opportunity. So it is really cool just knowing that in our community there's a place just like that. So yeah, that's really cool. When I was in college, we had our group Aggies for Christ, and like it was just a really cool thing. This was New Mexico, not Texas Tech or Texas A&M, and we had this massive Christian student body portion of us. We had like 150 kids coming to our church every Wednesday, 150 college kids, and like just growing all the time. And it was amazing because people were excited, and we'd go out and we'd, you know, if somebody's at a party, we'd take some food there and we'd hang out with them, talk with them about Jesus, and like just the opportunities that we had to invite people and make sure that they had a welcoming space, which this is. We have a welcoming space. We have this place that is fine for us to do, but we need to go out and we need to be with those people and to bring them in. Because I mean, just saying from a distance, hey, you should go here, like it's not as effective. People care about the relationships that they have, not just that there's a place there that they may or may not know somebody. There's always a risk going in somewhere and feeling exposed, and you know, because they know everything about themselves that they don't want everybody else to know. And so to go and have that relationship before somebody even steps in the door is huge. So I think it's a huge part for us to go and to be with people so that they can come and be in this space together with us. But that's awesome. Thanks for a great conversation this morning, guys. It's been wonderful being with all of you again, as always, and with you at home. We hope that you have a wonderful week. Go find somebody to serve. Look, keep your eye out for those opportunities. Continue to pray. Continue to give. If you are looking for somewhere to give and you're wanting your gifts to be here, go on to our website, my3c.org. Look at donate on that top hamburger bar. That's what it's called. It's really what it's called.
It's called a hamburger. Yep,
it's a hamburger bar. The 3 lines up at the top. Find donate, and you can give there. But we love you. But even more than us, Jesus loves you so much more. So So have a great week and God bless.
God bless.